Oh.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Good
Hi.
morning, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Sita team, I think we're just gonna wait for a few more minutes before we start, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sita team, I think for interest of time, we can start now if you are ready.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
okay,
I
but
think some more people
yeah,
coming in.
yeah, okay.
And
There's more people coming in.
okay, I will quickly do a brief introduction before I hand over to Paul. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Bala here. So I think this is for sorry for the title. It's supposed to be introduction for Backradar, but instead showing a net scan for end user. Just ignore that. And so for today, we will be going through a brief introduction. I think Paul Basila, so he will be going through giving you guys a brief introduction of Backradar, of what you can expect. And because at the moment we are still working on with the back journey where we are almost completing all the connections for all 19 stations for this project. So once all that is done, once we have all the details required, then probably that's where we can utilize the Backradar for your usage at the your stations as wherever you are. So without further ado, I'll pass this to Paul. Paul, you can take over from here.
Yeah. Thanks for the introduction. Let me first share my screen. So hello, everyone. I'm Paul Bocciolo. I'm product manager for Backradar. It's a new product developed in Sita to provide baggage intelligence and analytics. So for today's session, I will briefly introduce you the product, right? Why we are doing it and the value proposition. Then I'll share some insights about how the product is structured. Yeah, it's based on the licenses. I'll do a demo of what you get part of the back journey contract for Backradar, right? To see what kind of insights you have. And then if we have time and if you are interested, I can also show you what other set of licenses this product has, right? On top of what you already have a part of the back journey contract, maybe you'll be interested also in getting those features in the future. Okay, so if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to interrupt me. We should have a conversation here. We don't need to follow a particular script. Okay. So I hope you can see my screen. So basically, I will start with problem statement, right? As you all know, I'll be brief about this one. There is increase in the air travel demand, and there are high costs for mishandled bags. And there is a CITA IT Insights reports that show that were 33 million bags mishandled in 2024, with the average cost of $150, giving the industry a cost of 5 billion, right? So there we see there is investment into the infrastructure, but however, there is still a high cost, and most of it comes to the lack of insights, right, and being sometimes reactive to take some decisions. So with that in mind, and given the fact that here at CITA we have access to the data, we try to address these issues behind the scenes and try to provide more visibility, integrate multiple data sources, and try to shift this mindset from reactive to proactive approach. So this is basically the problem statement, and we aim with this problem statement to address the challenges which we see across our customers, right? This is kind of our generic view in terms of challenges. There's limited functionality and insight. There is no, let's say, view over the network, making it difficult to identify issue early and take proactive actions. And sometimes there are legacy systems, outdated platforms that lack intelligence, making optimization difficult, and solutions are fragmented. And we try to propose a solution which is called CITA Bag Radar, that was officially released in January. Yeah, and with this solution, we aim to provide different set of features. What I show you today are historical analytics. So basically, understand what happened with a daily refresh, and the product has a roadmap well defined and will evolve to provide real-time insights and also provide predictive analytics in the future. Yeah. So this is our point of view in terms of challenges. I don't know if you want to share a few words. What are your biggest challenges in terms of operations that you expect maybe to get insights? If you have this kind of, if you share a few words. If not, I'll proceed with the solution.
I think at least from my side and HQ, we currently, I think, quite manually doing the analytics of mishandled baggage. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's the key point here is manually. So you have to like search all the data source and try to analyze it according to the understanding, to our understanding of this issue, where it comes from, where does it contribute, where does it actually the root cause of it. Sometimes it happened in the fault station in the cool, but you know the contributor is elsewhere and impacted elsewhere. So it would be good to be for this analytic to be sort of automated, or at least we can get some rough idea the numbers of cases coming from certain sectors or stations, or what kind of trend there is to that we can decipher from this accumulations of events, things like that. So that's why I think we're interested to know more about this Bag Radar. Thank you.
Okay, yes. And you'll see based on the solution, because it's kind of split into modules and different set of licenses that will fit the needs of different set of customers, right? Because some customer needs historical for operational data, some customer will want predictive, right? It depends, right? So we kind of give this flexibility, as you'll see, to select what you need, right? So of course, I understand this is also our aim, right? To provide this kind of insights, because I know for mishandled baggage, probably currently you download these files and you do some pivot tables and you try to extract track some counts, right? But it's difficult to go really into the root cause and see the trends and go to the specific files. Yes. Any other feedback? Thank you. Very, very useful. Okay, good. Let's deep dive into the solution, right? And as I said, I'll prepare you the structure, how we have it in terms of licensing, and then we have the demo. Yeah. The idea behind this to provide the business intelligence and analytics solution that kind of turns the raw baggage data, the bag messaging, the World Tracer data into actionable insights, and empowers you to take better decisions, right? And all this is powered by SITA's access to data, as we have access to bag messaging data, to mishandling data, and we can provide a solution that combines the data across the network by digesting the IATA standard messaging, right? And as you see, we'll have different set of features from historical to real time and going to predictive. Here for you, it's just an overview of SITA baggage portfolio. We have a comprehensive end-to-end portfolio, basically tracking the baggage journey from checking to the delivery. As you see at different touch points, we have different solutions. But we have solutions for baggage messaging and tracking, bag message and bag journey, which you already know, and the implementation is ongoing. We have solutions for bag tracing and mishandle bag management, which is World Tracer, you already know. We have solutions for load management, for reconciliations like a BRS, Bag Manager, and many others to auto reflight and up to the delivery. So in the blue part, these are the existing solutions, and then we added at the bottom a new solution for baggage intelligence and analytics. This is the new product that I'll present you today, and then we also develop a new service based on AI models to support the baggage repatriation. But for the sake of the discussion today, we'll focus on Bag Radar, yeah, our new product. And the benefits we expect is really to help you improve your operational efficiency by having the insights, seeing the problematic trends, understanding where the issue happened. You can take actions in the future, right? And also, if we'll go to the module for World Tracer, you'll have also insights of the mishandling trends, where are the highest costs, what is the reason for loss behind, and this can help you drive cost reduction. But ultimately, this should all help enhance your passenger experience. Yeah. If you go about the product, as I mentioned, we have unique data access because we can process data from bag messaging, from World Tracer and other data sources. We ensure seamless integration. So basically, with Bag Radar, you'll get an access. You'll need a web browser, yeah, and to the web browser you will get your user account. Will create credentials based on the license you subscribe, and that's it. You don't need any other licenses. You don't need Power BI licenses. You don't need any other infrastructure cost. So basically, the aim we have is to save on your development, on processing all these raw data, have a business logic behind, save you on cloud infrastructure and integration cost, and provide a product that combines everything and saves you on AI model definition, analytics, model maintenance, and also interoperability with other third-party sources by providing under one web portal all these insights, right? Basically have a network end-to-end intelligence. Yes, is there a question?
Just to inquire, you said about credential. Is the credential the same with what we use for Bag Journey, or is going to be different?
It's different, yes, because basically it's there are two different products, yes, and I'll reach that. And as mentioned, Bag Journey is a product that exists, right, mature enough. And Bag Radar, it's a new product which was launched basically now in January. So we have different, because also the user persona might be different, right? To check analytics and there are different credentials, but in terms of our long-term vision, it's somehow to link, right? As I show you in the future, in the demo, to if you are in Backradar and you select a particular insight, you can deep dive into Backjourney to get the additional details by a common user credential. This is our vision, but as of today, when you get access to Backradar, I'll need some email accounts for the users, and then I'll create them, so it will be separated, yeah, for the moment.
Okay, thanks for the clarification.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So going to the data sources, it's as I mentioned, we can process airline DCS, BSM data, the BHS, the BRS data, flight information, oil tracer data, and Backjourney, baggage tracking, which based on which the module you get part of your contract is done, right? And when I speak airport BRS, so let's say you have a BRS from SITA at one station, and at another station is a BRS from a third party. We can digest this data, right? So you are not, let's say, blocked. We are not blocked to provide you insights only based on the SITA data, because even if you have a BRS from a third party, you are entitled to get the data. So you can always ask to reroute it to back message, and it's a standard IATA message format, and we can provide the insights. Yeah. And that's why I mentioned at the beginning that we can provide network-wide insights as long as we have the data. Okay. Now, how the product is structured, as I mentioned, is data. It's not only data; it's actionable insights on top of data, right? Because the data is there, is a message flow in back message. You can get that data, but what you do out of it, right? It's a complex logic to read these messages and extract some business insights out of it. It's a processing behind. We need to have data scientists behind to understand the data and provide the insights that make more sense, right? To bring some value. So it's basically actionable insights on top of it. The product has two modules, right? Operational analytics, which is based on back messaging data, Backjourney also, and mishandling analytics that is based on World Tracer data. Yeah, and for each of these modules, we have different set of licenses, historical, to understand what happened, real-time insights, to see what's happening now, have real-time visibility into baggage volumes, and active mishandling files to take really some proactive immediate actions, and predictive to kind of predict the baggage flow, predict the mishandling risk, to understand what's likely to happen. So basically be prepared in advance to potential problems based on past data, and be proactive and try to take measures before the problem actually occurs, right? And now,
Paul, sorry,
yes,
just to interject, will you be showing some example of how this predictive analytics, the third portion of this
yeah.
Backradar?
Yeah, I'll reach to that. Actually,
Okay.
this is our roadmap. Is not developed yet. Yeah, so
Oh,
it's part
okay.
of our roadmap. So now I reach to the structure, right? I'll try to explain best as I can this part. So as I mentioned, the product has licenses. So basically, how it happens, you pay a monthly fixed fee, and part of the monthly fee you get a set of features, right? As I mentioned, we have operational analytics and mishandling analytics. Yeah, operational is based on back messaging data, so any BSM, BPM we get. Mishandling is based on World Tracer data. Part of your Backjourney contract, you have this. You have the historical baggage operational analytics, right? So part of the contract will give you the features to provide insights into departure, and will have arrival in the future with the refresh of 24 hours. So basically you see what happened until yesterday, okay? All the other are separate licenses, part of the product, right? Some exist, what you see available, some as you see, are part of a roadmap. So answering your question, the predictive, I do not have what to show because it's not available, right? It's a roadmap item. And at one point during maybe Q3, we'll start working on POCs for the predictive part. And if you are interested in such type of features, we can work together part of a POC potentially. Of course, free of charge for the POC. But that is the moment if you want to influence the future roadmap, right? So just for information. So as part of Back Journey contract, you have the historical baggage operation analytics. This set of features is available. You'll get it. Yeah. Now we'll open a POC for real-time insights to provide real-time visibility on baggage movements. Here, if it's interesting for you to work on a POC, we can have a separate discussion, right? And the other, as you see, are roadmap items. Also, as I mentioned, the product was launched in January. We have available another license based on World Tracer data, historical baggage mishandling analytics. Yeah. So that is not part of the Back Journey contract. Back Journey contract has the historical operational analytics, which you'll get, and I'll show you the demo. But at the end of the call, if it's interesting for you, the baggage mishandling analytics, let me know and I can also show you the features we have there. Okay, maybe you are interested to subscribe. Yeah, does it make sense for you?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll continue. So this is historical baggage operational analytics. So this is the first module which I showed here, right? That is available part of your Back Journey contract, and this you'll get. Yeah. This has daily refresh for the previous day, and there's different set of features to provide the network view of your operational performance, to have station-specific operational metrics, and have visibility on your baggage handling performance with a refresh of 24 hours. Yeah. For the sake of the discussion, this is the module you'll get. So I propose, if you are fine, before I deep dive into the other modules, to really show you the features. What do you think? Yeah.
Yep.
So
yep,
I'll go directly to the dashboard, and I will show you the feature in a moment. Okay. So as you see, this is powered by Back Journey data. Okay. So you had the activation of Back Journey sometimes end of last year, but for this demo, we show you that data for January full and start of February. Okay. As I mentioned, it refreshed until the previous day, and you see we have data until 2nd of February. And during the day, it will be refreshed up until 3rd of February. Okay. And basically what you can see here, you have the several dashboards that provide a holistic view of your network and station performance. And on the top screen, you have KPIs to how many number of destinations you are flying to, how many passengers travels with checked-in bags, and how many checked-in bags did you have over the period 1st of January to 2nd of February. Okay. Then you have how many bags were left behind authorized. So basically, I see very good numbers here. So maybe it's a configuration from Back Journey I need to check. But basically, bags left behind authorized are bags authorized to be loaded but not loaded, right? So due to different reasons. But from what I see here, all the bags were loaded, which is really good. Then you have number of flights over this period. And also it compares the trends to the previous day. So basically, if you see this trend -4.78%, it basically compares 2nd of February to 1st of February, right? So basically it shows that you have 5% less flights on 2nd of February compared to 1st, right? So are some trends like this. Then you have average bags per passenger, average weight per bag. Again, are metrics which I need to double check. As we mentioned, the Back Journey implementation is in progress, right? So some metrics might be or not accurate, but I just want to provide you the type of KPIs we'll provide. And this is a network view. And if you're interested to see how you do a particular station, we can say Kuala Lumpur, and you have for departure station Kuala Lumpur, all the specific metrics. Then if you want to see Kuala Lumpur to, I don't know, to a particular Charles de Gaulle, for example, you can have the metrics for Kuala Lumpur to Charles de Gaulle, and you see from during this period of 1 month, you have passenger with checked-in bags, how many checked-in bags. Again, this is based on the data we get from bag journey. Okay, then you can also track by flight number. Yeah. So this is a high-level network view. Are there any questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just when you said about the numbers, it's comparing with the previous day, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Can it be configured that we set in a month as on monthly basis? You know what I mean? As compared to on daily basis, is that something that can be configurable?
I mean, basically, this is how you set up the filter, right? Because now I put till second, it compares to first, right? If I put
I see. Okay.
31st, then it compares to 30 of January, right? Currently, is just the last date you select, it compares to the previous date. After, we don't have necessarily this arrow saying how compare January to February, right? Here we have only data for few days in February, but as you see, you'll have this kind of charts, right? If I go to weekly, just imagine weekly is monthly, right? So you'll have this kind of charts to see January, February, and you can just click and you see how many bags are in week 4, in week 2, but like this, you can see how many bags are in January, how many in February, right? So are the numbers there? Is not the percentage, but this can be added at a later stage. Yeah, so you get the insights, you know, and you can see also daily view. So basically you can see from 1st of January how many bags are checked in, and you can see, for example, on 18th, you have 151 bags checked in. But again, here we are only departure from Kuala Lumpur. If I select all the stations and I go 18th of February, you see you have 361 bags checked in. And if you drill through, you go to the flight summary and you see which are these bags, right? So you have also this visibility. Okay, so it's kind of answering your need, but not completely. It will not show you here I'm on 18th or I'm in February compared to January, the difference, but you basically have the counts and it's a small calculation, but you can consider this for the future. Okay. Yeah, because you see you have January 8,000, but if you go to February, as it's only 1 day, you have 500. Okay. As we get more data, this will get filled and the insights will be more interesting for you. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So
just one quick one. Sorry, Paul. Just one quick one.
No worries.
I saw that you share something about cost in the earlier slide.
Yes.
Is there anywhere in this current setup that we can put some parameters with regards to cost for us to be able to gauge the cost that is involved for this, anything related to this kind of dashboard? I know this is an operational dashboard, but I think it's mostly related to mishandled package dashboard.
That's totally correct. Yeah, so this is operational dashboard to show you the performance of the operational data, how many bags were processed, how many passenger, how your BRS is working, what is the loading performance, and show the counts of bags. And this is the module is part of bag journey. But in terms of cost, if you want to know how many bags were mishandled, reason for loss, and potential costs associated, this is the other license based on the well tracer data, right? So what I'm showing you is this. And if you want to see the cost, is the other license, which at the end of the call I see is interesting. When we finalize the set of features you get part of bag journey, I can also present you a little that part. Okay.
Okay.
So there you'll get the
Later,
one. If
later.
it's
Yeah.
interesting, we can have discussion, and we can add as an add-on, but that is on top of the back journey contract. Okay.
Okay.
So this is really operational data fed from back journey. Okay. Here and back message, back journey. So we have a high level network overview. You see here we have one page, and then we have 8 separated pages that deep dive into specific metrics. Okay. So here you see at high level how you do at the station, but then if you want to see, let's say, dedicated flight view, we have this page where you basically have loading KPIs, have breakdown on the flight summary, how many bags are local authorized, local unauthorized, transfer related, and you have also trends of passenger checked in, total bags checked in, loaded. So basically it can give you also an overview if why it's only a number of bags checked in and how many are loaded, and weight of the bag, type of the bag, rush, crew bags, priority, and many other metrics. Again, this we need to see a little once the configuration from back journey is done, right? Because this is really basically data from back journey. If all the settings are in place and these insights really are in line with the reality, okay? Because there might be some settings that we do not get some particular counts and they are not displayed here, okay? But basically you see this kind of overview. Then you have bags left behind authorized. As I mentioned, it looks very good on your side. I don't know if it's, oh, sorry, I clicked the, I don't know if it's reality or it's some missing setting, right? So basically bags left behind authorized, as I mentioned, are bags that were authorized to be loaded, but not loaded from loading perspective, or basically not tracked probably. So from the system point of view, the passenger travel and the bag was not loaded, or this was not scanned to be loaded, which can raise another questions on why it was not scanned. But as you see on your side, it's 0, which is really good. So nothing insightful here. At least I need to check with back journey if it's really the reality or not, right? But basically here you can see insights in case you have some issues with the operations and the bags are not scanned or tracked. Then we have the bags, rush bags. It's another set of KPI showing the summary of the bags, rush bags at the station level. So basically it's bags sent without the passenger on board. So it helps you understand how many rush bags are. And also because basically these bags were reported as left behind in World Tracer, and it was kind of a rush to a new flight, right? Forwarded to a new flight. So it also gives you an overview of the number of bags that did not travel with the original flight, right? Then we have the bag handling workload. Here is a deep dive in more details about the bags handled. So you can see KPIs related to local bags, related to transfer bags. So, and how many bags were loaded to the carts, loaded to the aircraft, offloaded, left behind, rushed, and so on. And again, we have a set of data which we present in different set of KPIs to extract value out of it, right? So you'll need, once it's more data there, and once we know the configurations are well in place, you'll need to see what if these insights are helpful. For some customers are, for some they might need something else, and then let us know what helps, what does not help, and what you think might help for the future, might consider as a roadmap item. Okay. We have unknown bags. So basically, these are other set of bags which are without BSM data from the initial BSM from the DCS. So it helps you compare the trends of bags which are unknown, against the bags which are checked in. For example, see, it's quite high trend. I see many unknown bags, 100%. So maybe it's some issue with the initial BSM, no BSM received initially, right? So in this case, it seems that the system scans a bag and sends the BPM without having the initial BSM, and that's why it's considered as unknown, right? So maybe to have a look on terms of processes, why is not sent that, right? It might be a problem in the future, right? I see it's quite high here at the station, right? At KTI station, I see is very high, the number of unknown bags. For the other looks quite good. So maybe it's worth checking why these two flights, MH 763 and 755, has this number of unknown bags. Because as you see, it's mostly on these flights in different days. Then you have bag weight. Bag weight is information coming from the initial BSM. Again, it depends if the DSS provider provides a BSM, and it helps you understand average weight per bag for passenger. I mean, the numbers are wrong here, definitely. And that's why I said we need to see the data we get and the calculations. So we need to further assess a little the validity of the data, right? But basically, this can help you address seasonality, right? Trends. It can help you see, hey, during summer season, passenger travel with 25 kilos of the average of bag weight. And in the winter, they travel with 20 or something like this, right? And it can help you take, based on these trends, some actions, right? See if the weight it's in line with the standards you have, if you can add more cargo or address the full consumption and so on, right? So these insights can be helpful. I need to check about the numbers again, if it's exactly from BackJourney, why it's this number. If it's not from BackJourney, if it's our processing in BackRadar, I need to check the validity, right? But as I mentioned, these numbers are subject to some configurations that are ongoing. Loading performance, this is really helpful, I would say, because it gives you an overview first of the flight breakdown with or without loading data. So basically what it means that you see most of the flights here, they do not have loading data. So if I drill through on the flight summary, you'll have basically the flight, the date, but you don't see when the first bag was loaded, when the last bag was loaded, how many bags were loaded in the aircraft, how many were authorized, and so on. I'm not saying is there a problem on your side now. I'm saying that we need to check the configuration, why we do not get from BackJourney, or if it's a configuration in place. But once all the setup is in place, if this is the real status, then it might be a problem on your side, right? To check, is the handler scanning properly or not? Why it is not, right? Because basically not having visibility on the scanning of the bags can be a reason to have them mishandled in the future. Okay.
Paul, Bala,
Yes.
is it something related to the BPM? And I think only BPM have not yet sent from
Yes.
Cool. Is that the contributor to some
Yes,
of this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, whenever
it's currently ongoing, yeah, Paul.
Okay. So
The
that will be
BPM
the reason
on
that
from
is
Cool.
0. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
okay.
one of the reasons.
Yes. So that's why I mentioned, right? You see, if it's reality, it's very bad, I would say, right? But as you say, it's no configuration. So basically, what you see here is we do not get any BPMs, right? So that's the reason it's 0, right? For some flights we have, right? If I look here, okay, I need to go drill through, and if I look to these few flights, you see are few. We have some details. So basically, you see for 807, basically these are few flights you see are always different dates, the same number of the same flights. We have how many bags loaded to cart. which is when is the first bag loaded, when is the last bag, when you have the performance, right? Loading delay, right? And this looks good. So I would say you should have most of your insights like this one, right? Okay, and then we have the beam coverage. Basically here you have in a single page a high-level overview of the baggage information messaging data availability and trends for selected periods, right? So basically this can help you see if there are issues with your network, right? So you expect to have at one station 2 BPMs per bag, let's say, and then one day you get 0. It will be a drop and you see, hey, since yesterday some issues with the BRS scanning and and I need to address. Again, the numbers here, I don't know how valid they are. I don't know if you'll expect 27 ppms per authorized bag. I need to see the calculations behind, right? So it's not really insightful, let's say, this trend. But the idea is that once we have valid data, it can show you compared to the previous day, what is the BRS BPM trend, what is the BHS if we have the data, and what is the BSM trend from the DCS. So basically, if you know the trend is two BRS messages per bag, and today we get 0 or 1, the arrow will show down. It will highlight, hey, it might be a problem at this station with the BRS, right? So it helps you identify the network health issues and address them within next day, right? Rather than waiting to see you have an issue with the network after 1 week or so. Okay. So again, we need to check the validity of the configurations and these insights. Okay. Does it make sense? Do you have any questions?
Just I'm guessing that you'll be also sharing the slides that you shared before to everyone here.
Yes, I'll share part of the slides.
And
for
yeah,
your awareness.
yeah. According for this dashboard,
Yes.
just is there any, how would I say this? Is there any like help? You say, you know, certain system there is a help button where you can try. I mean, if you want to understand better what these numbers
Yeah, of course.
tells
I
you,
understand.
is there
User
anything?
guide
Yeah,
or something. Yes.
yeah,
We have something, part of the portal you'll get access, but it's some work in progress. So you have already some explanation what each page shows and the KPIs. And we are also working behind the scenes to really give additional explanation, basically somehow how the KPI was calculated in a way, right? So you have already some documentation I will show you, and
okay.
basically part of the documentation you can have each page, and each page kind of has a high level description, right? After, as documentation is still, we are still working on it, you can take those details, and if you feel, hey, I'm not clear, you can always raise a question. Okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was expecting something like when we hover certain numbers, then we can get like we can get some insight on what this means. You know, I think that would be helpful for everyone, so that we can know that this means certain things when we see the numbers.
Yes. So we have something, but let's say it's not really. I can show you exactly what we have. So if I go and show you, this is bag left behind authorized. Okay. So if I go, we have a presentation like this, and basically here you can say what it provides and what KPIs helps you understand, and basically what provides the KPIs, the type of insights they provide, right? But I do not have, let's say, saying that bags left behind authorized, what that means, right? I suppose you know. If not, of course, you can always raise the question. I don't know what is bag left behind, what is loaded to ULD cart means, right? We can always raise and we'll answer. But again, we want to enhance this documentation and really go and say, hey, here you have this chart, it shows this data, LFBI authorized means that. And we already have some parts of the materials, which I need to see the state, if it's really we can share or we need to work on it, right? So let me know if something like this is sufficient. If not, say what specific details you need and we'll try to prepare them, okay? But this you'll
Okay,
get
cool.
access to this, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And basically, just to complement, as I mentioned, back radar is it's fed from Backjourney, at least the features I'm showing you now. Yes, and to understand how this works, so basically, BackRadar is the helicopter view. It provides a high-level network overview of your baggage operations, and it shows you basically the counts, right? As you see here, you have flight MH001. You had 363 bags loaded to the aircraft. You know the counts, right? It's accumulated info based on the BSM BPMs and insights into the potential risks are provided, but there is a need to zoom in, right, for the root cause analysis. Yes, you see the counts here, but in order to better understand which are the 363 bags, or if you need to take some actions, then you need some additional details, right? So basically, BackRadar is powered by Backjourney, right? And if you want to have the in-depth analysis and understand what happened to the particular flight in detail, then Backjourney can help, right? And let's say I take this flight MH001, 1st of January. You see you have 363 bags, but I don't know which are these bags, right? So if I want to know which are these bags, then I can go to Backjourney and I search in the bag manifest. Let me zoom a little for you to see better. Flight MH001, 1st of January, and you see we have the 363 bags. And like this in Backjourney, then you can see which are the bags. I mean, this basically helps at the moment you say, I have 10 bags left behind authorized, or I have unknown bags, right? To know which ones are. For our case, we have 363, but then you can see the 363 bags, and in Backjourney, you can even drill down and understand the specificity of their bags. But this you already know, Backjourney, I suppose. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you how it connects. You find the counts, the high-level view in BackRadar, but if you want to deep dive, you take the flight number and you search it in Backjourney, and you get the details of those bags, and you can click and you see specificities of that bag if you want. Okay? Does it make sense?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So
is there anything more after this? Yeah, sorry.
yes. If
Okay.
so what I showed you, you get part of the Backjourney contract. Okay. So what all these features, of course, we need to understand a little the configurations, but basically what you have here, you'll get part of your subscription to Backjourney, and basically you'll get access to a portal. Okay. So what happens? You have a portal, set up BackRadar, and basically you connect to the portal, and part of the portal you get these insights. Yes. So this is how it works. And this is the portal. What I showed you, it was a local copy. So basically you go to BackRadar, you connect, you'll get a user account, and then on the documents you'll get the user guide, the documentation I showed you already. Yes, understand what each page does, and this is a glossary, also some terms, and I think these two should answer most of your questions in terms of what each page will provide. And then you go to reports, and here you'll have one report having all these pages, the one you are subscribed, right? And you click on the report, and you basically have the insights. That's it on your side. Okay, so you don't need to have access to Power BI or something else. It's just a web browser. Okay, this is how it works. And do you have any other questions regarding these features? So all these reports will get part of your account. Okay.
Yeah, I think just for the time being, we need to complete all the BSM and BPMs in Badgini and to see whether it all, after that, it's all click for this backradar. And then from there, perhaps if we see some anomaly or something that is not, like the numbers is not tally to what we think it's supposed to be, then we should be discussing on fine tuning on why, like you said, why this happened. We must check on the validity of the data. I think that's it for this one. Yep.
Yes. So basically, if the data is not valid, there are two reasons: either we got something wrong from Backjourney, we need to check the data source, or we did some wrong calculations on Backradar side. But normally the calculations should be fine because this is used by other customers, right? So it's a common logic, I would say, to do discounts. But okay, this is what we should do. How you said, you very well summarized it. Okay, so this is what you get, right? Are you interested for me to show you the module for World Tracer data or not?
I think it's good for to share because we also have World Tracer, so might be good to know about that as well.
Yeah, so basically this is the other license, right? So I know in your Tracer you currently have all these reports which you download the CSV, text, or PDF, I think, right? And if you want to extract some insights out of the data, you need to provide pivot tables or feed them to a particular data lake. And I don't know what you do, but you need to do some work to extract the insights. So what we did here is we said with data scientists, let's get the data from World Tracer and see what is the most value out of it, right? And provide some insights. So basically, we can have a network overview over the with the reasons for loss behind, which are the fault stations, and how many files were created. You can have a view of the cost and the reason for loss behind the station. You can have an overview of the status trends. So basically, you can compare your stations and see how many open files, how many closed files you have at the stations, and you can see also your performance, how many files are closed within 24 hours. For example, majority are closed up to 3 hours, more are closed, a lot are closed after 12 hours, for example, the AHLs, as you see in this trend, but the OHDs are closed after 3 hours, and then also the trends of closing files for the last 60 days.
Paul, this dashboard is mainly relying on World Tracer data.
Yes,
and does not.
yes.
I mean, doesn't have to be Badgini. So if the World Tracer data is good, then we can get a good outcome from this dashboard.
Yes. So it's extract from World Tracer, and based on World Tracer, we kind of prepared some, let's say, benchmark for what KPIs we think make more sense, right, for customers to provide. And on top of that, we try to reproduce some World Tracer reports into let's say, Power BI. Okay. So if I show you, for example, this one, you get this, for example, and you see, hey, in 2025, this is what I mishandled, how many bags are involved, this is the cost, assuming that the cost per bag is $150. I don't know what is your cost per bag. Again, we need to check the numbers. Then you see I mostly had P70 reason for loss or P60, but then you can also drill down and see which are the P70s, 75, and you also have insights on the stations, right? This is a monthly view of your costs, okay? And also we are working to, actually we have available, for example, insights based on the daily refresh. So basically, we can provide you now, we have a license that provides you insights based on the daily refresh data from WorldTracer. So you can see up until yesterday how many bags were mishandled and how many are still outstanding to be processed, for example, and which are those bags, you know. So I can show you really high level. Basically, you have these details, and then you can zoom in if you want to know which are the 7,000 arrival station of reason for loss. You can even deep dive and see the specific files, right? So you want to go and see how many files are the fault station log report. You can go, you see the counts, and when you drill down to these counts, then you can really see which are the specific files, you know. I can show you quickly, but I will not deep dive into the details. So basically, you see here these categories. You can zoom in and see which are the P50s. Right, drill down and see the P50s, which are the 51 and so on. You see which are the stations, and data is refreshed until yesterday. Oh, it's already refreshed. Yes, until yesterday, you see. So basically, you can go see at your station as of today how many files I have opened and how many I need to process. And then if you drill down in these files, drill through, it will open you the list of WorldTracer files. So with the code. And in the code, you'll see when it was open, when how many days is open, what is the color of the bag, reason for loss, and so on. I cannot show you this because it's not your data, I would say, right? So I cannot show you the details of the files, but you get the idea. Yeah. So basically, you have the MSL report, the MSF, fault station log report, station performance report, management cost report, and we are working on MRI and MRS, and then we'll add other reports that will provide you basically a visibility in Power BI and interactive dashboards to see what is your cost, right? I can show you another report because it doesn't deep dive into, let's say, specific data. This is the management cost report. You can see the cost, delivery cost, final claim cost, and so on. And you have also the categories, and then you have the details if you deep dive into the pages. So we have already a very comprehensive set of features that provides you this set of capabilities. And this is what I was showing to you here is this one, you know, is this part. Okay. And as you see, we have the roadmap that in the future will provide these insights with a near real-time refresh. So now it's 24 hours. If you're interested in the future, it will be available, configurable, and refresh also near real-time. Yeah. Any other questions?
Okay.
Yeah. So how it works, cloud-based solution, we have features, you get the operational analytics. If you're interested in the WorldTracer one, let us know and we need to discuss the details. Fast implementation, you just provide me some email addresses, we'll provide access. And basically, we want to add in the future predictive and real-time data. And as a summary, the product was launched Q1. Historical based on WorldTracer data. If you're interested, let me know. Historical operational based on messaging data. This you have part of your contract, and we're working on POCs for real time. And basically, we'll evolve the product for more insights. So basically, that's it on my side. If you have any questions, let me know.
All right. Is there any other questions from the floor? I think this is the end from end of presentation from Paul. Any other questions?
I hope it was clear.
Okay. Yeah. There's one question from Amir. Amir, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Paul. This is Amir from Bangalore. This
Mhm.
back journey, concept that you are talking about. Yes, I do understand that this will be more applicable for the inbound flight. I would like to clarify whether it would also be applicable for the outbound flight from Bangalore to Kuala Lumpur as well.
Yes. It's as long as this is tracked and is an MH flight, and we get the data from Bangalore to Kuala Lumpur, it will be applicable. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So here, let me share again. Where is this? So as you see here, we have departure station. So it should be applicable to these stations we have data from. Yeah, these are MH flights from this station. So when you get access, that's why it's a high-level network overview, and you can always filter the insights based on the particular station, right? So here is Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
Yes.
In that regards, Paul, okay. Because just now we see only coal there on the departure station. Now we can select.
Yes.
For example,
You can
Bangalore.
select. Yes, you can select from where you want, and you have the insights from that particular station. And now you don't see the network, and you see this is one destination. It's only from Kuala Lumpur, and it says that you have this number of passenger in January. Again, I don't know what is activated or not. And then you can compare. I see you have only flights from Bangalore to Kuala Lumpur, right? That's why it filters me as arrival station Kuala Lumpur. And if I remove, I select all of them, then basically I have everything. And I select Kuala Lumpur. I suppose all the flights depart majority from here. Then it's automatically refresh the arrival, and you have only flights to where you fly from Kuala Lumpur, And then if you want to see Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, then you select Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, or no, you select the Singapore one, and you have the insights only for flights Kuala Lumpur, Singapore. Yes. If it's the same flight number, no, you have different flight numbers. You can also filter them by flight number. And you have really dedicated insights for 603 from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore for this particular period. Okay.
Okay. Is there any other questions? If not, then it's a good 1 hour insights overview from Paul. Thank you so much, Paul. If there
You're
is
welcome.
anything more afterwards where we could explore more on this analytics, then we will be in touch and have a conversation about that. It's interesting, especially on the mishandling cost a bit. On the mishandling report. I think that's all from me, myself, and the rest of the MH team. Paul, Bala, is there anything else you would like to say to these participants of this call?
Okay, I think at the moment, I think most important thing is for us to feed the data into BackRadar. I think that's the most important thing for now. But I think once we have all, I think each station managers can probably try to familiarize with BackRadar, and probably if there is any questions, they can always reach out to us. Probably then we can probably maybe explain or maybe provide more details on whatever it's required. So until they try it by themselves, I think until then, I mean, like easier for them to understand. So probably for now, it's just an introduction, I would say. So just take it easy for now, and once it is ready, then probably you guys can explore more, I would say.
Okay. All right. Cool. Certainly. I guess that's all from us. To everyone, thank you so much for joining this session. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Bala. And have a great day ahead. Thank you, and goodbye.
Thanks for your
Okay.
time.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Paul.